So this one time, my sister May, uh, Crystal, I should say, uh, wanted to borrow my car, and my insurance company told me that they would no longer insure me if I let my sister drive my car because she's had so many, let's say, tendencies to hit things that aren't moving, like parked cars, signs, curbs, etc., etc. And she spit in my eye and kicked me in the nuts, and then I slapped her. And she called the cops on me, and I was talking with the cops at the front door, and I was crying because my sister just viciously assaulted me, and I they were I was walking. I didn't have anything to really say to the police. I told them what happened, and my sister is pretty dramatic, and she likes to put on a big fucking act and play the victim. And they tried to. I was walking around them to go to my car to leave, to exit the situation, and they didn't say that I was under arrest, but they put their hands on me and tried to pin me and throw me down to the ground, and I was resisting them, and I had them on both sides of my arms, and they were trying to pull me down, and they told me to stop resisting arrest, so I stopped, and then they headbutted each other, and then the cop told me if you didn't stop resisting, we were gonna tase you. And I said, well, if you would have tased me, I would have died because I have an irregular heartbeat. And, yeah. I sat in the back of their cruiser while they went into the house and, they came out with my sister's bong that was on the kitchen table. And, my sister blames me for that one, too, but she's the one who let the cops inside the house. And, when they took me to the jail, but first we went to the hospital. Oh no, that was the second time. They while I was in the back of their squad car for 2 hours, they had their superior come down, and they were deciding what charges to press against me because they didn't know what to charge me with. And, I had to go to court, and I got a criminal record because of that. And then one time while this was all still going down, I had to go retrieve some of my belongings from my parents' house. And the cops that they sent were probably 6'6", just fucking ripped. And then they were giving me the stink eye, the kind of we'll fuck you up if you do anything kind of look. And, I'm a kid with Asperger's who just got assaulted by his sister and then falsely accused of fucking assault. And then I got charged with assaulting police officers and resisting arrest and assault on my sister. And I got a whole bunch of house arrests for that with community service. My sister did this to all of her fucking boyfriends. Throughout my entire life, I've witnessed her assault them and then claim to be the victim. And this really pegged me in the Edmonton Police Service as a threat. So anytime that I would run into officers, I'd be treated as a criminal. And the one time that I was at a house party with my buddy CJ, I was walking through a house party, and there's a bunch of women blocking the way. And I, like, tapped on her shoulder. I'm like, I need to get through. I don't want to, like, invade your personal space. And another guy comes up behind me and grabs her ass, and then she turns around and fucking slaps me. And I'm like, that wasn't me. It was literally the dude who just walked by you, who just, like, came in between you two. But anywho, I go to the washroom, and I'm walking back, and her boyfriend comes up behind me and punches me in the back of the head. And accuses me a bunch of shit. And I was like, you know what, man? I'm on fucking probation right now. I don't want to deal with this shit. I never touched a girlfriend. I have a chick over there at the table there that she's been waiting for me, and we've been hitting it off all fucking night. Why the fuck would I assault your girlfriend? Anyways, and then I decide to drive home while, just got punched in the head, had a couple drinks. Kind of flee police a little bit. I give myself up after I crashed the car. Stupid me. Stupid youth. And I run into an off-duty officer, and he places me under civilian arrest. The paramedics come, and I smoked my head on the car when I hit the snowbank. And I'm disorientated. I can't understand anything. The paramedics side with the police and let me go into police custody. And then while I'm at the station, I'm crying. I remember crying, and I remember getting a phone call, and I can't dial the phone properly because I have a concussion. So they send me to the hospital with the cops that arrested me. And while I'm strapped down to the bed at the hospital, the cops start pressing down on my pressure points and causing me extreme, the amount of pain that I felt was extraordinary. And I remember the nurse pulling the cops off of me. I'm fairly certain that you're not allowed to inflict bodily harm against someone under your supervision, being a police officer, unprovoked, while I'm strapped down in a bed. And did I mention the guy who punched me in the back of the head also pulled a knife on me? Yeah, I know, right? It's like bad situation after bad situation there, for me anyways, with stupid choices. I'm fully willing to admit what I did, because I already served my punishment. But I also got punished plenty in between by the Edmonton police. Oh, and then I got the, when I was on house arrest and I got time to leave, I went to a strip club for, because I was under house arrest for 2 years, and I haven't seen a woman in a bikini in a long fucking time. Anyways, the one time that I do go to a strip club, my first time ever, anyways, I get assaulted and beat, and the officers who showed up to Diamonds were actually friends with them. So, I got put into a system saying that I assaulted the staff when they mugged me and robbed me. And then I find out that the Conservative Party of Canada uses them in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, saying they're pillars of their community, and this is why we should have strip clubs here. Meanwhile, they don't mention the fact that these same people who ran the strip club were robbing and beating the shit out of their patrons. Because, that's just pillars of fucking society right there. And, yeah. I know one of them owns a Jamaican food restaurant in downtown Edmonton, Mike Bell. He also sells cocaine on the side, too. How do I know that? We have mutual friends in common. And, yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating the turn of events which is my life, and who it's made me into today. I've definitely suffered a lot of brain injuries over the course of my lifetime. Doing stupid things while being, disorientated. It's pretty easy to do something stupid when you just got punched in the back of the head for no reason. But hey, the one thing that I've learned from life and the police is The police can literally do anything they want to you, and you just have to sit there and fucking take it. And then when you, let's say, disagree with the things that they've done to you, and you question them on it, it just makes your life fucking worse. And, yeah, they made me do a court-ordered IQ test, and I totally bombed it. Because, you know, getting out off of life support after a traumatic brain injury is the best time to give someone an IQ test. It almost feels like all of this was staged. And, like, or, like, you know, a crime of opportunity. Since they knew who I was. And, like, yeah. It's kind of, I'm really thinking it over really, really, really hard. And I think I might hurt my brain doing that. But yeah, that's my 2 bit.